My name is James Olokususi. Today we want us to look at ideologies and value system. We need to begin to consider some certain ideologies that inform our character, that inform our disposition, character disposition, and as well as the value system, the values that we prioritize in our life. Ideologies are the set of information that we have imbibed over the years, probably through the church we attended, probably through the families we grew up with, as well as a matter of fact, the schools we have gone to, the friends we have been with. So, where values are the prioritized ideas, prioritized ideologies. I mean, they prioritize information. Just like in China, they will say revenge is a virtue. Revenge is a virtue. You see, according to Chinese culture, you see a man saying somebody offended his grandfather, great grandfather. It's time to pay for the sins. It's time to take revenge. It's a value to them. They prioritize it. It's a value. It is considered as a value system. So when we begin to talk about a man of principles, a man of principles is a person who adheres to natural principles, who adheres to spiritual or natural principles, universal principles that emphasize on moral disposition, because principles are universal truth that really guides our life. They are a set of rules that guide our life. So when we say a man is principled, but according to our mentality, a man can be valued, can be a man with values, but he's not principled, because principles are universal rules that guide our conduct, that guide our actions. So but they are moral. Principles are moral, but a man with, I just mentioned now, who has a value with unforgiveness. Because according to spiritual rules or spiritual principles or physical principles, we look at forgiveness is a virtue. You must forgive. Forgiveness is a virtue. But a man from this cultural background I just mentioned earlier has a value that of unforgiveness. So they are not really, they don't go pari passu. So ideologies talk about the information that we have imbibed. Values talk about the prioritized information. And why principles are the universal rules that we have imbibed that guides our life. So also that's why we have a lot of politicians today who don't have values, they don't even have principles. They say there's no permanent friend, no permanent enemy, but we have permanent interests. A politician can say this man is an evil person today, and tomorrow they come back and say he's the best man. So they don't have values. So we can see some people, if we look at some set of people who are having negative values, we talk about the terrorists. They have certain ideology that they have to just kill people because of certain things they believe in. Some people are not conforming to what they expected. They just have to go and kill. They can give their life for such ideologies. They can give their life for such values. So values are the prioritized ideology. That means I have the value, just like a company will say value system. One of the prioritized ideology of the company say customer is a king. Customer is a king. So they value every customer that comes to them. So some certain people, they value money more than any moral standard. There are some cultural people. There are some people who came from a cultural background where they value money above any moral standard. So whatever it takes them to make the money, they just have to make the money. So they value money more than anybody. There are some cultural background also, they value animals. They are like those that are into husbandry. They value those animals more than the animal they rear. They value more than any life. So it has to be with value system. What do you value? Because your values will always guide you. It will always guide your conduct. It will always reflect into your lifestyle and your character. So you have to allow principles. That's when we say a man is a principled man. Is your values in line with the right principle? Is your value in line with the principles that will guide your life, that will enlighten you, that will make you a better person? In a business you are doing, what do you value in that business? Let me make money. Either any business. So if you value honesty, if you value transparency in your business, a lot of people will come back to want to do business with you. They want to deal with you. They want to work with you. In your work, in whatever you do, you have to value the right principles. You have to value the right principles so that people can begin to, your integrity gives room for your reputation. So when you begin to value the right principles, it becomes your integrity. You have integrity with time, you have integrity with words, you have integrity with actions, with your character. They can trust you for a certain integrity. Then it becomes a reputation. People begin to talk about that around you. They say that person, we can trust him. We can trust him with money. We can trust him with time. We can trust him with we can trust his word. If you are kind of a person that has no value for words, for when you say one thing, you meant another thing. If you have such a value system, you have to begin to change such things. You have to begin to value right principles, and so that you begin to create a right reputation for yourself, and you see it's going to begin to change the way people take you, the way people accept you. That's all I have for you today. Have a good time. So don't forget our book where we are studying from is the reality of financial intelligence and as well entrepreneurial training. That's the second book. So you can get order for this book, the reality of financial intelligence. So that's by myself. So order for it, we will send it to you the e-copy, and if you want the hard copy, we can send it to you as well. It's on Amazon as well. You can get it from Amazon, but you can order from us and you can get it. Alright, take care.